channel. If you are a football coach, you agree with me that the most difficult problem we have as coaches is the fact that players these days do not communicate, especially the young generation. For some reasons, they don't communicate, and it is even more difficult to find a session on how to coach communication. So if your team or your players are struggling with communication, maybe in games or in training, and then this session is for you, because our team has struggled with communication for a very long time. So I think last 3 weeks we did a session on communication, and that has improved our performance. So it is a very simple session. As you can see on the board, I've cut the pitch into half. So it depends on you. You can play 5v5, 6v6, 7v7. You can even play 11 aside, depending on you. And here I've got goalkeepers, but you don't necessarily have to use goalkeepers. It could just be a small-sided game. As I said earlier, it depends on you. It could be 11 aside, it could be 8 aside, it could be 4 aside, whatever suits you. But here we've got 6v6, that's including the goalkeepers. So it's a very simple session. The most important thing here is improving communication of your team. So what happens is they'll just play a game. There is just one rule in that game, which is that, okay, before that, you split the game into two halves. Let's say they play 5 minutes each. The very first 5 minutes, you give them a condition, and that condition is that nobody communicates. None of the players communicate. So they will play a game for 5 minutes, nobody communicates. Let nobody say a word. If a player communicates, asks for a ball, or does any form of communication, and then a free kick is given against that team. Let's say, for example, the pink team has the ball, number 4 has the ball, and the number 9 asks for the ball to say pass or whatever, any form of communication, and then it will be a free kick against the pink team, because I will say the condition is that nobody communicates. Just let them play without anyone talking. After that 5 minutes, call the players together and ask their feedback. How did they feel playing football without talking to anyone, and listen to their feedback? Obviously, they will tell you it was difficult, because when we did this session, the boys hated these first 5 minutes. They hated it. They hated the fact that they were playing without talking to anyone, and they kept telling me, "Ako, is it not time? Can we start talking now?" Because no one wants to play football not talking. So after their feedback, okay, now you tell them, now you change the condition. Same game, this time around, you tell them that for a player to receive a pass, they must ask for that pass. If a player doesn't ask for a pass and then he receives that pass, it becomes a free kick against that team. It might sound not very realistic, because in a football game, sometimes a player just makes a run and then you place a pass to them. But because we are trying to improve communication, that is why we are giving them that condition. So let's say, for example, the yellow team has the ball, and then he plays a pass, number 5 plays a pass to number 11, when number 11 has not asked for it. Even if number 11 makes that run, if he doesn't ask for that pass, the number 5 plays that pass, and then it becomes a free kick against the yellow team. Just as I said, it's not very realistic, because in a game, him making that run, he will play that pass. But as I said earlier, because we are trying to improve communication, we have to bring in that condition. So after these 5 minutes now, where a player doesn't ask for a pass, they don't play a pass to him, you bring the players together again for another brief, and then ask them how it feels when they communicate, compared to the 5 minutes they played earlier, where nobody was allowed to talk. Normally, they will tell you that it's easy communicating when they play football. When we did this session, this second bit was easy. The feedback from the players was easy, because they said they were talking. It was easy to move the ball. It was easy to make runs. Brilliant. And we took it to the game. Last Saturday, we had a game. The first 2 quarters, which is like the first half, we were 3 goals down. When we went into into halftime, we ask the player what happened, what do they think about the game. One thing they said was that they were not communicating, they were not talking to each other, and the other team were talking. So we told them, okay, you go in now and start talking. They went in there, started talking to each other, started helping each other, and we scored 3 goals and the game ended 3-3. That tells you the importance of communication. And as I said earlier, if you are a football coach, you will agree with me. Players of this generation, Gen Z players, do not communicate. For some reason, they don't communicate. So it is always very important to make sure your players communicate. So if you like this session, share it with your friends, comment on the comment section, and tell me what you think of the session in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.